Champions don't need perfect conditions. They build in the storm. They rise through pain.
All right, so we've got a real busy shop and we've got a real busy day today, and I'm gonna go over the day with you guys, show you how I handle myself, different things that I do in the shop to try to keep me up on my production. And we've got some stuff that I'm gonna show you on the computer with the color match from BASF that they did to update their system and make it even better. So let's go ahead and get this day started. We've got to get the booth turned on. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of something that I do sometimes when I am very busy in the shop, but I wanna stay ahead of the game, but I've got a big job and I can't get that whole job done in the same day. So you guys see here, we've got this roof painted, and this was one of the peelers, pearl white from Hyundai, and we've got the rest of it here that isn't painted. So what I like to do sometimes when I've got a job like this, because when you're doing a roof like this, you're hanging over the side of this vehicle and you have a lot more chance of getting it dirty. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll go ahead and spray the roof first, but sometimes that will slow you down. But if you do this step that I'm gonna show you guys here, you're gonna be able to stay ahead of it because the job's not gonna come back out of the spray booth. We only wanna cook these things one time. So we wanna get them in one time and out one time. And what I'll do is I'll spray the roof the night before, but I'll fully prep that car out and fully bag it. That way, once I get in here the next morning, all I have to do now is move the plastic off of the area that is covered up, and now I can mask off the roof real quick and be ready to spray the outside. So these are things that you're gonna be able to do to speed you up and keep you productive in the shop. So always think of ways to be faster and better. That way you can move through these jobs and keep the shop flowing like it needs to. So we're gonna go ahead, get this plastic pulled off, and you guys will see here that we are already bagged up now for the other stage. That way we can keep moving through this job and we're not gonna have to take it out, we're not gonna have to sand it down, and we're not gonna have to worry about that. We can just pull the bag, reverse tape the roof up, and we're ready to go on this. So let's go ahead and do that. That one's all finished up, and you've seen in between coats, we were getting ready for our next load, getting our bumpers on the stands. That way we can prep this job out before that one comes out of bake. So it is still early. We've got 8:48, so we're able to get one more load in before the morning. That way we can get 2 loads before lunch. So we're gonna go ahead, hit bake, prep out these parts. We've got 2 bumpers, actually 3 bumpers that are new, and then we're gonna bring in this Tesla with it. So let's go ahead and hit bake, and then we'll move on to our next job, and that's when we'll go over that new software from BASF. All right, so the lights just came on in the booth and we're gonna go ahead and get it cranked back up. We did get almost everything prepped out, the 3 bumpers, the hood, the quarter panel. All we got left is these 2 little pieces to go with this job to get them in the booth. So we did pretty good because this is a 30-minute bake, and now we'll get this stuff out of here. All right, so we've got everything now ready in the booth. We took a camera shot of that Tesla, and now I'll show you guys what BASF did to help us out when we're trying to identify the color on the camera. So before, with the normal camera and the software that they had before, they did not have a real picture of the color. They used to just have the shade. So you really couldn't compare your camera shot with what they picked and what they could give you a match on. Whereas now, they're showing you the actual metallic size, and it looks like it's a bent piece of metal, so you're able to identify somewhat of the flop as well with it. So we'll go ahead, load in this color for the Tesla, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so that's how it used to look when you would look at your colors. When you put the camera on and you were looking at your colors, you wouldn't see any type of a metallic. So it was kind of hard to really know if you were getting a good match other than looking at the diagrams that they used to give you. So I'll show you guys now what happens when you put in the code, because this is a Tesla. We're gonna just run Tesla because I don't wild card the Tesla colors because nothing really else is like it out there. So we're gonna go ahead, find Tesla, put that in and search. And now you can see where it's actually letting us see the metallics. It's almost like the one that PPG has, that you can turn and look at the flops, but this one is kind of got a bent metal, so you can actually see the flop a little bit on the bottom. So we've got a good match on that. We've got a 95. And the reason why they did that was to help us out in the field when we're trying to match colors. If we do have to shoot something with a wild card, sometimes the camera would struggle to pick the right size metallics. So this is gonna give you a chance to now look at that shot if you were to shoot a wild card and see, does the metallic look good? Because BASF was telling me that's where it would struggle, so now they want to give us this tool to get a better match. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that. When you go into the details and you look at some of the other variants now, they're going to let you see how that color looks. And yesterday I mixed up one of the ones that wasn't the first one that they picked, and it ended up being a better match because you were able to see now the cards and the flops and the metallic size. And to me, the one that I picked looked better than the one that the camera picked. So I'll show you guys that spray out and I'll go over to the job with it now. What they're actually showing you is the card bent like that. Instead of where PPG lets you move the card, they're showing it to you bent where you'll see your flop on the bottom as well as the top. And then in the middle, you'll have the face of the job. So this is one we sprayed, and you guys can see that that color matches very well to that fender, and that's what we shot on it. So sometimes now with that new software, you're gonna wanna go ahead and try some of the other colors. I like seeing the visual more by doing the spray out card, whereas that graph that they had, to me, it was a little tricky. So I think that's why they made that new software, giving us something to look at, because sometimes that camera can pick the wrong size metallic and that'll get you way out of the ballpark. So let's go back in there, mix our color, and see how good it does on that Tesla. All right, so that's the second load. And it is 12:32. So we're doing pretty good. We're about a half hour behind where I would like to be, but we're still in the ballpark to get our third load prepped out. And you guys seen that that color looked very good on that Tesla. We will look at it more once we get it out, but we're gonna go ahead, sit down now for about 15 minutes, eat quick, and then get ready to prep out the rest for the third load. All right, so this here is our spray out now. And you guys can see there that we are a little bit dark. So I'm pretty much sure that this must be why they gave it a 73. So I'm gonna put a little bit of white in it and see if we can bring it around, and then we'll check it again. All right, we could definitely see that that lightened it up. Let's go check it. We added some of the 506, which is a trace white. Let's go see what we got. All right, let's check it and see what we've got. And it's definitely a lot closer. You guys see right there, that will work for a bumper and a tailgate. So this one here was definitely dark, you can see it. But now that we've got the lighter with a little bit of the white in there, it bring it around and lightened it up. So a lot of times you're still gonna have to tint colors when you're a painter, but those tools that BASF did on that new program will definitely help you out so that you do not mix a color with the wrong metallic size and then have to mix more paint. So you're able to see the visual of the actual metallic size, and most of the times you will have a good match with that camera. Probably 8 out of 9 times you're gonna have a good match, and maybe those other 2, sometimes they'll be just a little off, and a lot of that is to do with the coverage of the new OEM vehicles. They're not putting any paint on these cars, and it's picking up the sealer with the camera. So let's go ahead, apply our base coat to that tailgate and bumper, and then we'll move on to our other colors. So that's the last load of the night, and everything came out nice in there. We did a BMW, actually 2 BMWs, a hood and a bumper, and then we did the Odyssey. So now we've got to get everything primed up, and I'm not going to show that to you guys because you know how the primer works. But not only do we have to handle what is going on through production in the spray booth, but we have to keep up on our primer. That way when we come in, our primer is dry, because when you're doing a lot of priming like this, it doesn't make sense to really use the UV on it. So if I'm doing a quick small job and I want to get it right in the spray booth, I'll use the UV primer. But for these big at night prime jobs, I'm still using the 2K urethane and doing most of it with that. So we got to get that primed up so that way we're ahead of the game for tomorrow, and we got a nice solid foundation to sand and we don't have any problems with shrinkage. So I hope you guys liked it. I wanted to show you the new setup with the BASF software, because to me it is a lot better being able to see those colors. And you've seen how when we did that first one this morning, I showed you that silver Lexus, that color looked good, and that was not one that they recommended me using. It was one that I thought looked better. So now I know that I can trust that. It is a tool that we will use, and hopefully it'll come in handy in the future. So I hope you guys got something out of it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.